watching. A lot of people, I've been getting a huge amount of support, and I appreciate you. I love the fact that you love me, and I love the fact that you're supporting me. The goal for this month is 500 subscribers, and of course, we may not have gotten to 200 subscribers, but I'm glad to announce to every one of the family that we are at 194. Today's conversation promises to be entertaining, educating, and informative. And you're going to be wondering, Jenny, how can that be? Well, today's conversation is kind of juicy. But before we go into the juicy part, let's go subscribe. You know how we do it, right? Let's go subscribe. When we come back, the conversation just is on another level. Go subscribe and come back. Welcome back, and thank you for subscribing. To my new subscribers, thank you. To my already, family members, thank you so much. Now, I said today's conversation is juicy. We all know what's trending on social media, and of course, Jenny has an input. I always must have an input, I always have to say something about something. Well, you know what's trending on social media? It is Sammie Okposo, and I hope I got that pronunciation right. Well, Sammie Okposo is being called out for impregnating an American lady. Now you'll be wondering what Sammie Okposo gospel and the American lady. So what connects there? Because he's actually a married man. Well, he went to the USA in 2021, that's last year, and had an affair which lasted for several months. Now the thing there is, the lady got pregnant, and Sammie Okposo, being a man of God, asked her, according to the lady, asked her to abort the pregnancy. Well, the lady is not having any of it, knowing fully well that this man is a man of God. You cannot be ministering and cheating. It doesn't work that way. So she decided to call him out on social media for the world to know the so much celebrated Sammie Okposo. Now, let me tell you what I think about this. Hello, Sammie. You are a married man, and the beautiful thing is you are married to the beautiful Ozioma Sammie Okposo. His wife is a very beautiful woman, and then it leaves me to understand, or it leaves me to, say this. See, women say men are scum, all men are scum, and then something like this is actually a reason why women will come out to keep saying all men are scum. How can you be a man of God? How can you be a man of God? I know very well that, of course, we are humans, and sometimes we fall short of the glory of God, or we fall into sin. But come on, you've actually had something like this before in, your former church, where people said you were accused of having an affair or affairs with the church choir girls, your choir girls in church. And that was really, really a bad moment for you. And the truth is, listen, you have to learn. You have to wisen up. You can't keep making the same mistake. And that's where self-control has to come in. You can't keep apologizing to the same woman. See, sometimes there's a limit where a woman wants to tolerate your nonsense. And then the painful thing is, according to the lady, she said that Sammie was actually telling her that I'm a celebrity and nobody is going to believe you. Do I still blame the girl? Yes, because she also admitted that she knew Sammie Okposo was a married man. And then she also said that she knew very well that he was a gospel artist. So I don't even understand. Sometimes we ladies actually like dangerous games. She also knows very well that this relationship will not last. And if at all she decided to have sex with Sammie Okposo, why not take precautionary measures? At least there is condom. At least there's withdrawal method. I know a lot of you are going to be saying, Jenny, are you in support of her having an affair with Sammie Okposo? No. But rather than bring herself, her family, Ozioma Okposo, to the mud, rather than dragging them all to the mud, that she should have been able to play wise. She should have been wiser. Or she should have been wise enough to know that this was a red sign. This is danger, or it was danger. Now, Sammie Okposo is now saying that he's giving time away from ministry just so that he can, renew himself with God. And then it leaves me to ask myself, how many times will you keep making a mistake? How many apologies? He tendered an apology to his wife, yes? And then when I read the the message, it only left me with this thought. If the American lady did not come out to, expose Sammie Okposo, he would still be cheating and doing ministry. And then a lot of people, see, that's why sometimes God is merciful. Because when he climbs the altar to actually praise, and we are all in the mood praising God and everything, what we do not see, clothes cover everything, what we do not see is a man who is actually insane. And that's why I say to a lot of people, anything, probably gospel artists, men of God, you have to be careful, because these people also are humans, they have flesh. So you have to be careful. See, a lot of people are angry because there's so much expectation from a man of God. Yes, he's a man of God. He sings, he ministers musically. So there's so much expectation from him, and people got disappointed with the fact that he's married to a beautiful woman. And trust me, if we were to see that girl, and then you put Ozioma, you put, the alleged lady beside Ozioma, trust me, she won't be close to Ozioma. So why is it that some men have beautiful women at home, but they choose to come outside to, to do different kinds of things? And at the end of the day, you are a minister, you are a child of God. A lot of people keep saying, don't blame him now, don't blame him, he's a child of God. And he's a child of God, and that makes him human. But sometimes we forget who we are, and it's very, very important. So let me read this tweet. Someone said, Kelechi Nkoro said, Sammie Okposo has his struggles like every one of us men. Some of us na drink, some na gambling, some na drugs, some na pain, and most women. May we find the discipline to deal with our struggles. Yes, I pray that God will give some men the discipline to deal with their struggles, because seriously, you can't be a minister and see, you are supposed to have self-control at least. I understand. I'm not here to judge him, okay? I'm not here to judge him. And someone said this thing. It's Lolly Pezzle said, it's only after being caught you see a man put up that kind of apology Sammie Okposo puts up. You watch your wife sleep beside you, then cook for you, tuck your children in, play her duties every day while you cheat without remorse. Cheating in marriage should be punishable by law. Do you agree? Well, if you agree to these comments, why don't you, let's talk about it. Put your comments below, write your comments below, and then let's talk about it. Alright, we say to Sammie Okposo, go and sin no more. So talk to God, and once God forgives you, who are we not to forgive you? We hope that their marriage, gets resolved, and then this will not be his wife's deal breaker, okay? Alright, let's go subscribe. Let's go subscribe. For those of you who's just saying, who is this lady? Who is this girl sitting here? I am Jenny, and this is Real Talk. So let's go subscribe. When we come back, I've got another juicy story coming your way. Welcome back, and thank you for subscribing. Don't mind me. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for your support. I love you. Alright, now I told you that the second story is going to be juicy. Yes. So a certain lady once told us after her divorce, after she had divorced, her encounter with her ex-husband, she said to us, I will never marry again. And later on, all of a sudden, she came back telling us there's a possibility that I may get married. You'll be asking me, who said that? Of course, it is Mercy Aigbe. Yeah, she said that. She said that. And she said she was going to give marriage a second chance. Ooh. See, I suspected. I said to myself that particular day when I came, in contact with that post. I said to myself, there's a man somewhere. That's the only reason why this lady will, retract her former statement. That's the only reason why she would change, her mind about getting married. Well, the only thing there is, I wish her getting married or her being in love again the second time, I wish it did not come with so much controversy. Of course, Mercy Aigbe's recent relationship comes with a lot of controversy. People, are actually bashing her, saying you snatched the woman's husband. And the painful thing is, of course, we have a picture, we'll definitely post it here, where we saw Adeka's production, because the name of the man's production is actually a movie marketer. His production's name is Adeka's Production. well valued, I would say well valued, well respected amongst the Yoruba movie industry. So he's very popular amongst actresses and actors. All right, Adeka's production. There was a picture she took with Adeka's wife, her husband Lanre Gentry, and of course her very self Mercy Aigbe. They were all in that picture. And then one will begin to wonder and ask a lot of questions. Is it that this relationship has it been going on, behind our back, behind, Lanre and Adeka's wife's back? Have they actually been having an affair? Because at the end of the day, the unveiling is kind of, I don't say fishy, because the truth is we really do not even know if Adekas is actually in a good relationship with his supposed wife. Well, and then probably I just feel, I don't want to assume what every other person out there is assuming. I just want to settle with the fact that probably he found himself in a bad relationship. Maybe they are separated. She found herself probably, according to her, in a bad relationship. Remember, there was domestic violence while she was trying to separate from her husband, Larry Gentry. And so they were both lonely hearts that had to, merge together to find strength and to console one another. And of course, you know what it takes now when you're consoling yourself. Maybe I'm consoling you, consoling me, and probably feelings begin to, creep in, emotions and everything. We will definitely end up doing that thing we didn't want to do before. Yeah, I said so. So the thing there is probably feelings started, coming up, and then they just couldn't end it. The wind was just too much for them to blow away. They couldn't let this wind blow past them. And Mercy Aigbe decided to unveil her boo. According to her, she's now Ajia, now decided to unveil her boo in this year 2022 January. Now the painful thing is Lanre said something. Lanre said, okay, no, before going to the painful part, someone on social media asked Lanre if he was certain that his son is his child 100%, because the child Mercy Aigbe's son kind of look like Adeka's production. Yeah, I'm going to keep calling him Adeka's production because of course he's well known in the Yoruba movie industry. So Lanre Gentry decided to, come out to counter that comment, saying, no, trust me, he is my son 100%. Probably Lanre Gentry must have done a DNA test for him to be so sure, because the boldness, the audacity, you can call it the way you want to call it. He was so sure, or he is so sure that his son is, he bettered his son. That child is from him. That child carries his blood and everything. Now, Lanre Gentry said something also. He said, you can see she's actually unveiling herself one after the other. What he's trying to say is that she's not disgracing herself by herself. So when people assumed he was lying, he just kept quiet at the point, and he said God is actually vindicating him. I think that word is coming from the fact that if Mercy can be sleeping with my friend, you can imagine what more, the worst things that I am yet to unveil that she can do. Well, Adeka's wife also came out saying something. She said, losing someone who doesn't respect or appreciate you is actually, again, not a loss. Thank you all. See, this is one of the, classy comments I've ever come across. You can remember, if we all remember Mercy Johnson's, encounter during when she was about to get married to her husband, Okoje, Bimbo, Iniedo, they were all dragged. And then someone will say, why is that this actress? Why is that they keep going for someone's husband? Well, I don't know what to say about that, but I'm just going to say one thing. We should all be careful as to the way we are throwing our comments and bashing, Mercy and the guy, because we really do not know the full story. The truth at the end of the day will reveal itself, and the word karma still exists. Someone said something that what Mercy did to the Adeka's wife will actually happen to her daughter. Please, let's be careful as to what we pray for, or the kind of curse we lay on people. Her daughter is innocent, so whatever mistake or decision her mother chooses, along life's journey, I don't believe that a child should suffer the sins of the parents. So please, let's be careful as to how we insult them. And the painful thing, I think for me as a girl code, I would not like to marry, probably I'm divorced, I wouldn't like to go for my husband's friend. I'm not saying that's the thing that also comes with the feelings, because sometimes you just can't control your emotions. When love comes in. But I like how Mercy is also handling it. She's actually not really sending people She's just keeping quiet, unlike, coming to social media to talk and be so defensive. Also, Uche Maduagu said something. He said Regina Daniel was insulted when she went for Ned Nwoko. He said something to Mercy Aigbe also. He said this also will pass, because at the end of the day, people are celebrating and congratulating Regina. So her own will also come. People will forget about it and celebrate her. But at the end of the day, I think it's very important that as women, we should also be careful as to the decisions we make. We cannot be eating with someone probably from same place, we eat together, and then we are actually causing harm to them. It's like, kissing and biting at the same time. Although we don't also really know if they have been kissing and biting, kissing and biting have been going on for a long time. Because at the end of the day, social media never forgets. And we have kids who we are raising, young children who will be, abused in school, slut shamed, body shamed, every shame that can actually come with just humiliating the child. So if Mercy is happy with this guy, it's fine. But if someone got hurt just because Mercy wants to be happy, I think Mercy should, sit down and ask herself if this is a journey worthwhile. Because, somebody said, we should give them time that tomorrow they may drag themselves, social media. Well, I don't pray for such if this love has actually been built on, sincerity, integrity, principle, respect, care, and not hurting a person. That's all we've got for today on Real Talk with Jenny. Don't forget to drop your comment. Let this conversation be hot. And please, this month, we want to achieve 500 subscribers. That is a goal. And I believe that my family members will help me. Thank you so much. We'll meet again same time next time. I love you. It's bye-bye. Stay safe. Stay safe. Think about me. And drop your comment, subscribe, comment, like, and share. It's bye. Mwah.